is the Riot Podcast. This is the final day of the fundraiser edition, Friday, March 24th.
This
now,
is it.
if you didn't donate during the actual fundraiser, you could still go ahead. We'd still appreciate your help if you missed out on donating at RadioU.com.
And of course, you can always check out RadioU.com anytime. You can always help support our podcast, but it's especially important during our spring fundraiser. So if you are a podcast listener, put that in the comments section if you have a chance to donate.
Today we talked about one of your favorite childhood snacks and why if you're eating the new trend that comes along with it, you might want to be careful.
Just shows you everybody has to slow down. If you're so excited to do a trend, you might forget an important part of the plastic wrap.
Yeah, but you might go viral too. So it's a catch-22, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I kept seeing, because I hate trends, because in your For You page is nothing but fruit roll-ups and ice cream and freezing them. But like one person, she unwrapped it, she said, and like you could see her unwrap it, and she'd break on it. She said, well, plastic doesn't freeze, so you should be seeing the plastic obviously still on it.
Right.
Didn't look like it, but then you see other people doing it, and you're like, there is plastic there. So I don't know. It just maybe depends on which one you buy.
Should be able to tell, but some people apparently not able to.
We also talked about a comeback from Blockbuster. Will they be returning? If so, in what form?
Ugh.
Nikki and Isaiah don't buy it, and it's crazy to me. What's old is new again.
I don't know.
And there's so many kids from the '90s that are just itching to have a Blockbuster experience again.
But I think they're a couple years late on that. Like again, Blockbuster had like, we miss it. Did
well,
we?
Maybe,
and then that was a while ago.
Maybe they had an idea in 2020, and we all know what happened then. So now they're finally able to get back to it. I don't know.
Sure.
We also talked about some movies coming out this weekend.
John
Movie.
Wick. John Wick. Oh, I'll see it one day.
I would love to go see it in the theaters, but I've got to catch up. I cannot watch John Wick Chapter 4 when I haven't seen 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You haven't seen 2 and 3?
No, have you?
Yeah.
You have?
Uh-huh.
I think he's just saying he
Parabellum?
I think no.
That was 3.
Stop it.
No, I did not. That's what number 3 is.
Just looking up.
I just saw it.
Oh, which one's your favorite?
Probably the original, the OG. You know how that is.
All right, that is the correct answer.
Which one's the bad one?
I would probably say the second one is my favorite.
Oh, how does he just know this?
I haven't seen them.
I think technically, if there's anything that's had 4 in a series, that's the formula where you're like, second and third one not so good. First one's always the best.
Apparently, the fourth one might be the best if the reviews can be believed.
Yeah,
2 hours and 49 minutes. So
that's good.
It's a pretty good length.
That's a long movie.
It's long.
If that was any other movie, Nicky'd be like, well, that's way too long.
I mean, can you imagine 2 hours and 49 minutes of action?
It's more John Wick time.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's a long movie, but maybe it'll have a bunch of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Plenty of time for a plot. I wonder what it'll be.
You don't need a plot. And I will tell you, Keanu Reeves, I don't think is a great actor. I just think he found a role that it works for this. Mm-hmm. So if you see other stuff, don't be like amazed by his work. But it always works out well. I just love whoever puts together all the fighting and the choreography of it all. It's always good. So we will chat, obviously. You guys can go for the box office results on Monday. I'm going on vacation, so I'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, Nikki's going to be gone for a while, but she'll be back. And in the meantime, Isaiah and I get to have some bro time to bro out.
We're going to bro it up.
I don't want to see the text messages.
I don't even know what that means.
Too much bro time.
People got to text in. This is too much of a guy's show.
You guys have a good time and a great day.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
On TikTok, it seems that people have developed a strange obsession with fruit roll-ups
Yeah,
lately.
have you seen that in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I've noticed that. Some weird fruit roll-up, would you call them hacks going around? Different...
it's like 1 or 2 hacks.
Yeah.
The main one being like if you take a fruit roll up and you put the ice cream in it, and that makes the fruit roll up, like candy.
Yeah,
sort of like,
have you tried that?
no, I've not.
Not even as a kid or anything?
No, have you?
No. No, I
Isaiah, do
haven't.
you like fruit roll ups?
I like them.
I think you like fruit roll ups.
Yeah.
Everybody likes fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, and you love ice cream.
Exactly.
So you're going to try this for us?
I don't know if I'm going to buy fruit roll-ups. That seems like a child's thing.
No, now it's too late because it's been a trend. So now
There's none.
There's either none or you look like you're just doing the trend.
Yeah, exactly.
And not everybody likes that.
Well, I'll tell you that we have a bunch of ice cream that we need to try for the show next week. So maybe we should get some fruit roll-ups with it.
Okay.
But here, that's not the only little hack that has gone around. There's also some people claiming on TikTok that if you freeze the fruit roll-ups, because that's what it comes down to, people are freezing them because it gives you a totally different fruit roll-up experience. But people are saying that if you freeze it, then you can just, obviously it'd be hard to unwrap, and so you could just eat the wrapper.
Yeah, so you don't have to have the ice cream.
You don't. No, you don't. You definitely don't have to have the ice cream. You just pop it in the freezer. But the wrapper supposedly is edible, and Fruit Roll-Ups has had to come out themselves on TikTok and say, you're not supposed to eat the wrapper.
Well, actually, too, people are just not noticing when it freezes. They don't notice the wrappers on there.
They forget about
So
it.
it's not like they're eating it because they're like, oh, it's suddenly okay to eat. They're just not noticing that they are eating a wrapper.
I don't know how you could do that.
I've watched many TikToks where they're just eating it away.
I understand you may not see it. I don't understand that once you bite into it, like you're not going to bite into it. It's not the same. Like you chew on it, it's just not going to go anywhere. It's plastic. It's just going to stay there.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
when
going to
you're
break down.
When you're wanting to eat something, sometimes you just don't pay attention.
You just eat it. It's frozen, It's frozen stuck on there.
You just slide it directly down your throat. You don't even unwrap it. You don't chew it or anything.
We don't want to judge anybody. Sometimes you just eat fast.
Yeah, real fast. So how long would you guys say it's been since you had a fruit roll-up? Because I guess we're not in on the trend yet.
Probably since a kid.
Yeah,
it's been
same.
a while.
I think
Long time.
Elementary school.
Probably.
Yeah,
It's crazy that there's things like that. And it's not like it's baby food. It's a regular food. It is candy. But we've had a lot of other candy throughout the years. But fruit roll-ups, it's like 11 years old is the cutoff. I would never have it after that.
Yeah, but you know that any business now is like, please become viral, please. Because they're so excited people are buying fruit roll-ups
Fruit
again.
by the foot is like, how do we get this kind of publicity?
Why can't we be popular?
Yeah. What do you think is better, fruit by the foot or fruit roll-ups?
Fruit by the foot.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on
Yeah,
that.
you like that one better?
I got more excited about fruit by the foot when I was a kid because it seemed like a lot.
And I think it tasted better too.
Yeah.
Well, now you need to come up with something to make that popular.
I do kind of miss it. What happens if you freeze that? I know you can't eat that wrapper. It's like
I feel like you
paper.
can eat any wrapper. I don't feel like it's that big of a deal.
People also told me you could eat the stickers on apples, and I tried that, and I had struggled with that
I think
too.
you're falling for anything.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
Yesterday was Throwback Thursday, but today is when we're finding out we might be going back in time. We might be rewinding a little bit, if you will. Blockbuster might be making a comeback.
No.
They might be making a comeback.
They should have done this a few years ago.
But they're doing it now.
Right on time, Blockbuster.
Yeah, perfect.
Right on time.
Here's what we know. Blockbuster, the website for Blockbuster, blockbuster.com, for the last several years, it's had one particular message on it that's whatever. It hasn't changed. And then here in the last day or two, people have noticed that if you go to blockbuster.com, right now you'll see the Blockbuster logo, the classic logo, and it says, "Be kind while we rewind."
Mm-hmm.
As in, it sounds like somebody's, messed with the website, and it sounds like they're plotting something.
What are they going to plot?
That they think could be the return in some way, shape, or form of Blockbuster.
Like a store, do you think, or just a streaming service?
Oh, it's got to be a streaming service.
Streaming service?
I
Yeah,
mean,
for
it was
sure.
Supposed to be kind of that, and then it's been a year or two since I watched that Blockbuster documentary, which was kind of boring. But it was, and it was. So yeah, they wonder what they'll come back as, or are they just doing social media?
I just think that Blockbuster back in the day, it it has so much nostalgia with it, and there's something special. There's nothing special about a streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
There's a million places where you can rent, a million different apps where you can rent movies. There's nothing special about that. So I don't think that's
But no
special
one wants to go to a
enough
store
to resurrect the Blockbuster name. I don't know. Maybe it's like it'll be like an experience.
No, it's a bad business. Don't do it, Blockbuster.
It's an experience.
Oh, like an art installation or something.
No.
Merch store.
No, merch.
Candy?
There's got to be merch involved.
Yeah.
This will never make money. This will never be able to sustain a realistic business. It's got to be a streaming
just because
service.
it didn't the first time?
What
Yeah.
if it's like a store that you go into, but then that's where you pick the movie you want to stream, and then you go home and stream?
Hudson, I don't think your plan is it.
It's got like the same carpet,
I
and
don't
you can
know.
buy candy there and whatever.
We don't even go to the movie theater, and that's like the most movie experience you can do.
I
Yeah,
know,
but
I
that's a
just
big
can't
investment.
anymore.
That's a big investment. You go into Blockbuster, they could even have like the video shells, and then they're just empty, and you don't have to return it.
Sure.
But you just go in and you just pick. That's how you pick your movie.
I can
You
see
just
something for
wander the
merch.
aisles.
Like
Or
if you
you
went for
could,
shirts and stuff, that was it.
Yeah, or you could like sit on your sit on your couch, and you could just open an app, and you could just pick a movie.
Oh.
That's a pretty good one too. What do you think about that? I think it's called like a streaming service or something.
But
I
that's
also
not an
couldn't tell, like,
experience.
Blockbuster, if it's similar to, what was the toy store, Toys R Us? Because, like, someone bought Toys R Us. They bought the name. Like, the people that run Toys R Us now, and its
Yeah.
weird thing that it does, is not the same Toys R Us that ran the company.
Right.
I can't
it's
tell
just all
if,
the branding and everything.
yeah, they just bought the website. I can't tell if Blockbuster still owns its stuff, or did they sell that stuff off, too?
This has got to be some other company because
Running it.
Blockbuster just doesn't like. It went out of business. It doesn't. I mean, I believe there's still one left, right? The last Blockbuster. Is
Yeah,
that
there's still
there?
one.
But that's not like it's not like a company
Listen.
anymore. I don't think.
They're not going to do anything. They're
It's
just
gonna be
doing social
something.
media. That's it.
It's gonna be something. Mark my words. It'll probably be while you're gone. But me and Isaiah are going to be talking about the return of Blockbuster and all the details.
Why are you saying it like it's a threat? Mark my
yeah,
words.
mark my words.
Because you
Wow.
guys don't believe
Nikki,
it.
when you're gone,
Something will happen.
Blockbuster will return.
You just text me when
It
you
might
find
not
out.
be today. It might not be tomorrow.
But it will.
But one day, Blockbuster will return.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
Our Friday tradition, the Riot's weekend watch list.
Ooh, oh, is there something coming out this weekend?
It's a sparse weekend. There's really one release, but that release is John Wick Chapter 4. There's no other. It's just Chapter 4. There's not like
That's
a thing
the end of it,
That's
yeah.
the name, and that is out this weekend. I'll tell you the reviews. We'd already seen them trickling through, going back to like last week. And they have held up 95%.
There it is.
From the critics on Rotten Tomatoes, 96% from the
I'm
audience
clapping
that's
like
seen
it's
it
our
already.
fundraiser total,
Yeah, I know.
95%.
Nikki might be more passionate about John Wick than getting Radio U fully funded.
That's not true.
No, it's not true because, Isaiah, do you know this? All the talk about John Wick, she's not even going to go see it.
I
I feel like that's pretty obvious. I didn't really expect her to.
No, I've seen every single other one, but I'm traveling
Yeah.
this weekend, so I don't know if I have a chance to see it until I get back.
Mm.
And then it's just I don't know. I don't go to a lot of movies.
Uh-huh.
And I told you this before. Every movie I tend to go to, like my last one I went to the movie theater was Violent Night.
Yeah.
And I can't only go to see violent movies.
Why not?
I have to. Maybe I'll wait.
She said mix it up.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
have
You need to
mix
go
it
to
up.
more movies.
I'll go to Mario as well.
There you go.
There you go. But listen, Nikki, here's the thing. If you don't go see John Wick, they might not make more John Wick.
They always will.
I don't know. If everybody has the same attitude as you.
The good thing is, though, if Nikki doesn't go see John Wick, we'll still know what happens.
You still will. So anybody want to guess what we think it's going to make?
Hmm.
It's not a superhero movie. It's not a Marvel thing. It's not anything like that. What do you think it could actually pull in?
Who wants to go first?
Isaiah?
I don't even know.
You have to pick.
60 million. 50 million.
60 million.
50?
55 million.
Okay, make up your mind.
55.
You can't just say all the numbers and then you're right either way.
No,
You gotta
when we come
pick
back on
one.
Monday. Remember those numbers.
Yeah.
55 million. All right. What do you
right.
think?
I'm thinking like 65 million.
65. The one thing you have to remember is it's an R. Like it's a real R.
Yeah.
Very violent in case you didn't know. And so that can sometimes like 20, 30 million can be big for an R movie because it's not, available to everybody. So I am going to say $47 million.
Ooh, that's bad.
47. No, I think
That'd
it'll be
be
good.
disappointing.
No.
That'd be real low.
It'll be bigger the following
There's-
weekend when I see it.
There's no. How many times are you gonna go see it?
Just a few.
There's no other big movies. Like Shazam was a flop. People didn't even see that the first weekend, so it doesn't have a lot of competition. And other John Wick movies have done pretty well. So I mean, 65 million would be on the upper end of what they've made, but all the promotion, they just seem to keep getting bigger and bigger.
All right,
so.
I'm either going to say 47 or 82. Somewhere
I've
in
got
between there.
55.
Somewhere in between those. I think
I'm going to
that's a
say
good
55 or 41.
Okay,
All right.
41.
Well, some of us have principles and convictions here And then some of us are just, whatever.
Mark me down for 34
Go
too,
with
just
the
in
flow
case
of
it
the
really
breeze.
flops.
Well, the only other one that I keep seeing stuff for is Murder Mystery 2 on Netflix. That's the
Yeah.
Adam
Some big
Sandler
names
one.
there.
That comes out next weekend on Netflix. Is that stupid thing where I think it's in theaters now if you have like the one theater that shows it, but then next weekend I think there's a couple of good releases coming
For
out.
streaming?
For streaming and for, I think, in theaters.
All right, well, everybody
But don't quote me on that. 'cause
come
I
back
don't
together
remember.
again on Monday to see what the box office results are.
Yeah. Isaiah, you going to go see it then for us? John Wick?
He's just looking at you.
No.
He gives you no answer.
No way.
Have you seen any of the John Wicks?
I've seen exactly. Why would I go see another
Oh,
one?
that's egregious. I've only seen the first one too, but
I haven't even seen movies that I want to go see in theaters.
Let alone anything.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.